Welcome everybody here to Cooper Stadium for this Saturday afternoon matinee game, 4 o'clock start here in beautiful Adelaide. We've got the Adelaide Bite hosting the Perth Heat here, and at the moment it's been heat. They have just been way too good, and now it'll be up to the Adelaide Bite to fight their way back into this contest and see if we can have a great deal of interest in this fourth game. My name's Andrew Sperling, my partner Peter Wyatt. We are the 10th inning. We are pleased to be bringing this broadcast to you. This afternoon I'll be joined by Mark Chandler, and he will be coming on board and saying a few words here and there, so good to have Mark on board. Whilst I have this opportunity, I'll quickly run through the lineups. Perth Heat pretty much unchanged. Joey Wong at shortstop leading off, Jesse Barron centre field, Tucker Nathans third base, Brandon Tripp left field, Matt Kennelly catching, Sam Kennelly second base, Alex Stewart centre field, Jake Bowie at DHing, Peter Rona first base, Jack Frawley will take the mound for the Perth Heat. And for the Adelaide Bite, pretty much the same sort of lineup, but it's been thrown in the air as far as a batting lineup goes. Joe Scafani will play shortstop, Jeremy Creswell jumps into the 2-hole at centre field, James Baldwin going into the 3-hole at playing left field, Ben Lodge right field, Chris Jacobs first base, John Cannon will DH, Chris Adamson behind the dish, Brock Hebere at third base, Josh Cakebread second base, Kyle Brueggemann will take the hill for the Bite. It's going to be a tight contest. We've got a lovely afternoon here. It's not overly hot, sun's not really shining, but it's just a nice easy sort of day, about 20 degree, a little bit of light wind, but really fantastic conditions. We are not far away from the first pitch. We will have a short break. I'll quickly thank IINet and SA Power Networks. We'll be back here very shortly. See you in a moment. So welcome back here, everyone, to beautiful Cooper Stadium here for Game 3 of this 4-game series. Adelaide Bite hosting the Perth Heat, and the Perth Heat currently 2-0 up on this series. And as was mentioned, all of it in front of the Adelaide Bite. And they must find something as Brueggemann winds up and gets a strike over. First pitch. Joey Wong having a little bit of a look and think, really, as the first pitch of the day, just a little off the plate, he thought. And he would know, he is on fire. He has been the spark. There's a pitch right in the same spot. And as we know, right from the get-go, that if the blue is calling there and he continues to call there, one can't complain, they must adjust. So Brueggemann delivers to Wong. He gets a little chopper right down at his feet. Sort of seemed as if there was some contact on the body there or something, because it was a funny old little shot. It just sort of punched to the ground. It didn't go anywhere. But it's a 2-3 and the first out for the Bite. In the old fairy tale book, the start would be to keep Perth scoreless for a few and try to tack some runs on from the Bite's perspective to see if they can get a little pep in their stride, because they're really feeling it at the moment. There's a similar sort of pitch but called ball. Jesse Barron playing centre field for the Heat. Going okay, contributing. Nothing flash, but like all of his teammates, they work hard together and do jobs for each other. That's why they're a championship side. So Brueggemann, who had an outing last week, had a good, strong, solid 6 digs for just over 100 pitches. So he's in pretty good nick. The 2-0 count. Delivers. For a 2-1 count, I'm sorry. So that squares it up at 2-2. 1 out here, top of the first. A lovely cloudy, overcast sort of afternoon. Does a good job, Barron. He gets it outside pitch and he stays with it and hits it foul. So welcome back to the commentary area here, Mark. It's been a little while. You spent some time out on the diamond last year, old fella.
I don't know if I'm old, Andrew. No, it's good to be back, mate.
And that was a great experience for you last year to work on the coaching staff of the Bite and coach third base, which is always a massive responsibility for anyone, and it would have been quite an eye-opener for you.
Yes, certainly was. I probably didn't expect to do it so soon, but yeah, it was a great experience and one that is not finished yet, hopefully.
And there's Barron going straight up the middle, and a superb diving catch by Jeremy Creswell. You know, and you'd know a lot about Jeremy, and for a kid that spent most of his time on the infield, he's had to butter up with a bit of left and a bit of right and a bit of centre this year, and I mean, that's a first-class catch from an outfielder.
Yes, diving forward there is not the easiest catch, but Jeremy's had to make that transition out there this year, obviously with the imported players coming across and the positions that they play, so I think there's a real chance that he'll be playing in the outfield club ball tomorrow for Golden Grove Central District, so he's getting used to it, Andrew.
Well, they must be a very strong side if they can't find an infield spot for Jezza, but wow. So Kyle Brueggemann, right-hander. Just a nice, solid type, and he gets a bit of a breaking pitch or change up a little bit, up and out.
He's staying right off the plate early on, obviously. Working both sides of the plate.
As he bangs inside there and just misses. So a 2-1 count, 2 out, top of the first here. And we've got some Twitter action going today, folks. So if you'd like to... And that ball's flowing out to left field, and Baldwin just cruising back and takes a reasonably regular sort of outfield fly, and that retires the Perth Heat. We complete the top of the first. We will have a short break. Before I do, as I said, if you want to interact with us, just tweet us at the 10th innings. At the 10th innings. It'd be lovely to hear from you. And I'd like to clear up, obviously, a bit of a, Alzheimer's moment of the old fella here that I've been calling every Kennelly that's got married, and I didn't get it right once. So we have that. Tim Kennelly got married, and on Rottnest Island, and not Matt nor Sam. And as they said, Sam's only a young man, so not trying to put him away too early. So I apologise to the Kennelly family and everyone involved, and hope that it was a great day. We'll have a short break. See you in a sec. So here we are, bottom of the first. After Perth went down a 1-2-3. That pitch just misses a little outside to lead off Joe Sclafani. All of the Adelaide offences had their moments, but just have not been able to bunch anything together on a regular basis. And it really, as happens with a team that comes together and finding their way a little bit, and the pressure mounts, and everyone no doubt is sort of trying to excel, but sometimes it just doesn't quite happen. And it only takes a little bit of luck or a couple of hits here or there, and just to get a bit of action going, and Sclafani picks a walk, 4 straight pitches.
Yes, certainly does take a little bit of time, Andrew. I know that realised that last year we started 1-6 and ended up being 4-11 at one stage, and we came together with that big series against Melbourne where we swept the Aces back here and got it back to one game under 500, but noticed that a couple of guys did take a couple of weeks just to really settle in, and then they started swinging the bats. So you've seen the likes of Choi come back in, and Welsh at some stage, and hopefully we can get Adelaide rolling. It's something you don't see too often. Jack Frawley throwing a 4-pitch walk.
He started it up here with a 2-1 count As he has a little shot at Sclafani at first. Pretty much same defensively for the Perth Heat. As Creswell gets another slider that he just gets out in front of a little bit and ends up tipping it off the end of his bat foul. So an early opportunity created here for the bite. That pitch again slid outside and nicely handled by Kennelly. Charles Aliano urging Sclafani on to read that situation, ball in the dirt and get moving. Create your own luck. Be positive. That's what he wants from this group. That ball's just sort of flared into right field. Sclafani rounded it and thought about heading to three, but probably wisely. It wasn't a deep shot, and although the throw that resulted wasn't fantastic, perhaps under different circumstances may have been different, but nice little opportunity here. First and second, none out for the Adelaide Bite. Three-hitter up there for the first time after doing some great stuff lower in the order. James Baldwin. We'll see what he can do for us here.
James Baldwin.
Of course, the first game of a doubleheader is a 7, so Adelaide trying to get on the board first.
And Baldwin executes a swinging bunt, and it works. Not what he'd be happy with, but at the end of the day, it just sort of dribbled down the first baseline and was good enough to advance Sclafani and Creswell. So second and third, one out. A terrific offensive opportunity here with Lodge and Jacobs, 4 and 5 hitters. As we sort of discussed with a couple of very well-educated baseball people on the way out last night, it's funny that you get put in a slot and all of a sudden it sort of changes how you hit, and it did a little bit with Ben last night. He's a free swinging sort of guy. He can do a bit of this and a bit of that. He's not really a power guy. He's just a goer. And last night was just swinging a little bit big, perhaps just misreading what he was there to do, and just like right now, just a line drive and finds some terra firma in the outfield, and he swings through a fastball. Just leapt into it a little bit.
We found last year that Benny really came on leaps and bounds, and again got the Rookie of the Year award in the end.
He sure did.
Looking to put the bite on early here, and as I said, in a 7 innings game, you can't hang around, and
yeah, it'd be certainly early runs are crucial in a shorter game. Crucial any time, but especially in a little short game, especially with the potential that Brueggemann could go the distance. Probably not an easy man, just poking around, a little slider here and there, comes with a bit of a wild pitch up and in, but well ahead of the count, so not going to sit it anywhere near the middle of the plate. So a big pitch for Frawley, and an equally bigger moment for Lodge as he prepares. Gets a breaking pitch, just a fraction up. He sweats off on it, or just takes it, frozen, took it, and fortunately just hung up and didn't come down. So full count, 1 out. Runners on second and third for the Adelaide Bite. It's Frawley, delivers. Lodge gets one up and in, and
that unfortunately hit someone fair square in the shoulder, Andrew, down there in the tank.
Yes, well, they've done the right thing, health and safety-wise, putting netting around that area, but that was just a little looper, even though it would still hurt. But it just sort of looped over the top and, yes, sort of cannoned into the back of... And there's Lodge going down the left field line, which will score the 2. So some early action for the Adelaide Bite as Benny Lodge hits a stand-up double, an RBI double, 2 RBI double, and a fantastic start here for the Adelaide Bite. Really looking to relieve some pressure for his team and say, boys, let's loosen up a little bit and get the job done. We know we're capable of it. And big Chris Jacobs, who's been peppered a little bit in early season.
I think that just looking at the reaction of Charlie Orleano after that, Andrew, he was just a bit of relief.
I bet there was, mate. I could feeling for him up here. You know what it's like, that you sort of know things can be better, but no one gives you games in this competition. It's just got better and better and stronger, and you got to keep going with it and find something. And the Bite are still trying to find it. But Jacobs, Lodge on second, 1 out. He gets a pitch inside that he rolls around on and just pulls it foul. They'd know what sort of hitter he is. They would have done their homework on him. Got some wonderful long ball numbers in minor league, so he certainly can hit. He just needs to find something to get himself going, and he gets another pitch in that he again pulls around the corner foul.
Noticed last night, and I guess it would have happened in Brisbane, that they're sticking to the inside part of the plate with him, not giving him anything to hit to extend with the arms.
Certainly nothing hard anyway. They go soft outside to him, but as they did there, and they get him swinging through, and he strikes out. So Jacob strikes out. So the Bite now 2 out. But they've put a couple on the board and they lead this game early 2-0. The sun is shining. Perhaps that's a little bit of a sign. As Frawley gets a nice moderate fastball over the outside part of the plate for strike 1. John Cannon, the designated hitting role for the Bite, gets another one out there, and he paints black again, just calling those edges. It's fair enough. It's what they're there for. Couple of beautifully executed fastballs by Frawley, and he comes again. Same spot, a little bit further out.
You certainly wouldn't call these two pitches strikeout pitches, Andrew. They both live on each side of the plate, so it's important to get ahead early, and Frawley's just the type of pitcher to induce the ground ball.
There's a breaking pitch that Cannon resists. Good bit of hitting, evens it up, 2-2. 2 out here, bottom of the first. Ben Lodge on second base in scoring position for the Bite, and wouldn't it be nice to see Cannon get some solid contact? Gets a breaking pitch and again sweats off and takes it. That count is full. So Frawley from the set. Cannon rolls over on it. Joey Wong, who's been super impressive at shortstop, again comes in and laps up a little half volley and throws him out, and that retires the Bite. They get a couple on the board. Very promising start in this little 7-inning game here. We will have a short break and we will see you real soon.
So leading on to the 13th, we have the left fielder, Brandon Strick.
We welcome you back to Nord Oval. Brandon Tripp leading things off for the Perth Heat here in the top of the second against Kyle Brueggemann.
Needless to say how well this guy's been going. Terrific would be a word that comes straight to mind. Player of the week in the first round of the ABL. Just following up like a hitting machine here, just constantly putting good swings on and picking up hits.
As everyone can see, quite an open stance. Really opens himself up to the field.
And as everyone sort of mentions and talks about different styles of hitting, if you continue to watch him, you'll see that right on timing of a hitter, that you'll see that he squares himself up and he's in perfect hitting position there. And he grounds one to second base. Cakebread laps it up and throws him out. So one out here, top of the second. Nice little Saturday afternoon crowd in. All said and done, obviously all of our lower grade baseball plus under 19s is played today, which obviously keeps an enormous amount of people involved in baseball all around the districts of Adelaide. There's Matt Kennelly, the catcher for the Heat, also in good form. Just a constant threat, and he smashes that. It's beautifully taken by Hebre at third base. And he just fires a cannon across the field. That was a superb play.
Yes, going to his throwing side and having to cross over and get the ball across there. It's not an easy feat, but he certainly fired a rocket near third base, and very dangerous hitter, followed by another up-and-coming dangerous hitter in the Kennelly family. Had another chance to look at Sam on the Gold Coast and the academy, and he has come along.
Nice.
And, sorry, mate, and will be for a long time, no doubt, Andrew.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They're just a fantastic baseball family. Sure, they're wonderful people, but as far as the boys go, they're just highly competent and very versatile. Just a great example and testament to our game here in Australia that we produce three boys of such high calibre. So Brueggemann doing a terrific job working both sides of the plate, and he comes again straight down the middle and strikes him out. And that's the advantage of being able to throw in and out, that all of a sudden, bang, you pop one straight down and it just froze him. And there's a K cold for Brueggemann, and a terrific effort here by the bite early. They lead it 2-0. We'll be back bottom two in a moment. So welcome back. As lead off here for the Adelaide Bite, Chris Adamson takes a first pitch strike. Thank goodness we got some wonderful viewers, because they help us out. You know, we have no idea of their intelligence or whether they have baseball knowledge, but we've just been told that there are 4 Kennelly brothers: Tim, Matt, Josh and Sam. So, you know, I am making a meal of the Kennellys, and I sincerely apologise. Adamson bangs that up the middle, but there he is again, Joey Wong, rounding up a ground ball straight up the middle, a little spin move and gets one off, and a great play. Again, Joey Wong for 6-3 on Chris Adamson. So thanks to that, Tony. Tony from West Lakes. It's just fantastic. And Frawley again, working those black of the plate. He gets a change up straight through Brock Hibberet, playing third base, and just made a sensational play in the previous inning.
This Tony from West Lakes, I think he's a long time viewer. Spells, isn't he? Sends a lot of tweets and emails.
Yeah,
and,
I don't know
text
much
messages
about him, mate. I'm sorry, I can't tell you too much.
We don't know if he comes to the baseball a lot or not.
Yeah, he might. You know it.
Got a question for you, Spells. Which
Yeah?
one got married last weekend?
I'll have to just absolutely. That was Tim on the beautiful Rottnest Island as Hibberet strikes out. We'll get back to the baseball here.
That'll bring Josh Cakebread up, who unfortunately got caught on that line drive last night with runners on. It's a pretty important part of the game when the Bite were trailing 2-1. And hope here that he can get on base and start something up with 2 out here.
Yeah, and Josh is another example of a boy certainly made of the right stuff, being the son of Brian, but also made his way through the local ranks here and just slowly introduced into the ABL. Just nicely developed by all the coaches that have had him, and now doing just all of a sudden, just with additional experience, showing that that he is a very good baseballer. Tony from West Lakes just advises me there's 5 Kennelly boys. Adam is the oldest, and he was a golfer, so geez, he knows a bit about these Kennelly guys. Perhaps he's in the game a little bit or something, Tony from West Lakes. And there's a ground out to first base and an easy put out for Pitterona. So that retires the Bite. We complete 2. Adelaide Bite 2, Perth Heat 0. See you in a moment.
Stripping. Now batting. Right fielder, Alex Stewart.
So here we are back here, top of the third. Alex Stewart, centre fielder for the Heat. Leads the top of the third off and swings through. 142 k/h fastball from Kyle Brueggemann. Perhaps Tony from West Lakes could tell me how fast that is in miles an hour, as there's a ground ball, and Sclafani knew he had to go and get it and still hung in there. Just bounced out of his mitt and eluded him momentarily, but with quick reflexes he pounced on it, and he's got a very strong arm. Got that ball over just in time to beat Stewart. So 1 out.
I think Tony from West Lakes might have played a hand in actually signing one of the Kennelly brothers, Andrew.
Did he?
I think we might be talking about the right one.
Are we? Gee.
Certainly knows a lot about baseball.
Well, if it's that Tony from West Lakes, wow. I apologise for my rhetoric with you there. The great man. So Brueggemann working well. Another ground ball. Cakebread comes and laps that one up, and a routine 4-3. And all going nicely at the moment, all off the back of some excellent pitching from Brueggemann.
2 away, brings to the plate. First baseman, Vito Rona.
So Brueggemann doing exactly what Charlie Oniano would want. He's keeping the Perth hitters at bay early on in Game 3, the 7 innings game.
And that pitch outside to big Pitterona, a big tall man. Hence the first baseman. Great range and support for his infield. And Brueggemann delivers again and gets a pitch across the plate. 139 Ks, and thanks again to Tony. Sure, he just would have calculated that one in the head. 88 mph, 142 Ks. And that's pretty handy. Not far off the big time. We've got to sit around 90, and there's a nice pitch there, but down low. 2-1 count. 2 out. Top of the third. Adelaide bite. 2-0 leaders right at this minute. Brueggemann looks in his own as he prepares, and he comes again. And he gets Rona swinging through that pitch for 2-2 count. All of a sudden the sun's gone under and the temperature's dropped quite dramatically. It's a fresh day. And I bet the biter looking for a fresh start as that pitch just misses outside. So full count here on Rona, hitting in the 9 hole. And Brueggemann, nice wind up. And again, gets him swinging through one, strikes him out. And it rolls on for the Adelaide bite. They jump back in the box. See you in a minute or so.
got one of the new caps, don't you like them?
So it's wonderful to have you all with us here on a lovely casual Saturday afternoon. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Having a bit of luck on the spring carnival. Or just getting your baseball fix right here as lead off. Sclafani takes a first pitch strike from Jack Frawley. And then gets a little breaking pitch inside for strike 2. So straight in the hole for Sclafani. But if he's on his way to bigger things, he's got to handle these sorts of situations, still be a strong hitter and gets one in that he takes. Ball 1. There's a lovely curveball. Too good and strikes him out.
Frawley can do that to you. He takes something right off the ball and makes you hit out way out in front. He's a ground ball specialist and has had some success over the last 2 or 3 years in the ABL. I know that he struggled to get away a couple of times last year, certainly in the series in Perth, but he's always around the mark.
And there's again getting ahead of the count early. Frawley and Brueggemann just not pounding the zone, but they're certainly throwing plenty of strikes. That pitch outside, 1-1 on Creswell. Nice sort of position for him to hit in. He's a very situational sort of hitter. Not a powerful guy, just a guy that leans on the ball and gets base hits and can bunt, not slow. And that pitch outside again. And gets a breaking pitch that he just hits a 2-hopper back to the pitcher, who rolls off the mound and fields his own ball and makes his own out. It's a 2 out here. Bottom of the 3rd. Both pitches, a lot of infield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 infield outs thus far in the bottom of the 3rd. As Mark said, either pitcher not overpowering, but able to throw spots with a variety of pitches, inducing some ground balls, doing good jobs, and the field is supporting at the moment. And Baldwin gets that one around the corner. Had a really hot start, James Baldwin, and been spluttering along since. Really haven't seen him here. Put a great swing on one. Nice to see him loosen up and get a pitch and do something with it. And gets one up and in and takes it.
Could see Frawley really wind up on that. He wanted to throw it in a certain spot and he gave it a bit more.
Up and in again. So 2-2. 2 out. Bottom of the 3rd. Adelaide Bite leading this game 2-0. And there's a pitch a little out for him that he was able to extend and get at, and he had a good lick but fouled it to the backstop. So 600 or 700 in early, which is just fantastic for a Saturday afternoon. Again, sort of working against the flow of the baseball crowd.
Can't wait to the warmer weather.
He gets another well-located pitch that he swings through and not happy with himself. Turfs the bat and strolls his way back to grab his glove and head back out to left field. That completes 3. And the Adelaide Bite are leading this one 2-0. Have a short break. See you back here in a moment.
I'll do it in the next break.
So Joey Wong leads off the 4th inning here for the Perth Heat against the Adelaide Bite, who are leading this game 2-0. He gets a first pitch ball. Wong, who was terrific last night, multiple hit game, made a couple of awesome plays. As Cakebread sits down on that one and collects and throws him out.
I guess the score continues to go this way for the Bite. We might get our chance to see the first appearance of Matt Williams, the bearded one that the Bite have picked up from the Sydney Blue Sox. So the Adelaide coaching staff certainly hoping that Brueggemann can get them to the 5th or 6th innings at least, the way he's going at the moment.
He starts it up again, getting ahead of the count. Always a great idea for every pitcher. Both boys, Frawley and Brueggemann, doing a terrific job. But Brueggemann just that little bit better at the moment. And he winds up and comes inside and throws a ball to Jesse Barron. Hit a line drive to centre field, but was beautifully caught by Creswell at his first at-bat. And he accepts again. Nice breaking pitch from Brueggemann. Just slowing that one down and rolling it over. So a 1-2 count. 1 out, top 4. Got a little bit of a cryptic message here. A couple of things. What feathers are now extinct in Adelaide? Question mark, question mark. Very well done. There's a base hit to Jesse Barron.
We're not going to put out who said that, Spurs. I think
Now batting third baseman, Tucker.
Tony from West Lakes has created a bit of interest this afternoon, Andrew, in this game.
Always creates interest. What a unit he is.
Can't wait to see him in an opposing uniform here at Nord Oval. Something
Yeah.
that probably people wouldn't have thought of seeing, but when the Aces hit town in a few weeks.
Oh, well done by Adamson. Got a bit of a wild pitch and somehow kept it in front of himself, which was a great effort. No, it's awful when people talk around in circles and you're not sure. If you haven't gathered, we're talking about Tony Harris here. Certainly one of the greatest baseball players and coaches this state has ever produced. And there's a ground ball up the middle. Cakebread takes it and says, I'll do it myself. And he does it himself. He rolls a solo double play to retire Perth Heat and finish the fourth, top of the fourth. Just a quick shout out to our wonderful supporters, iiNet, who are streaming providers for every ABL side this year. And if you need any internet, phone, mobile, TV, web hosting, everything internet, get onto them, iinet.net.au. We'll have a short break. See you back in a second.
Leading off at the bottom of the fourth inning for your Adelaide Fight is right fielder Ben Lodge.
Welcome you back to Nord Oval. Bottom of the fourth innings with the Adelaide Bite leading the Perth Heat in game 3, 2-0. Ben Lodge steps to the plate, the right fielder, to lead off against John Frawley as the Bite lead 2-0. Takes a fastball on the inside edge for strike one.
He swings through that one for strike 2. It's what you call a crafty pitcher. Guy that uses his different pitches and changes of speeds, and they're in 3 consecutive pitches. Beautifully located fastball to start, and another well located fastball is his second pitch, and then soft outside for strike 3 with the hitter swinging through it. Wonderful example of controlled quality pitching. And the big man, Chris Jacobs, gets a breaking pitch outside, ball 1. You can see the little cogs turning and saying, come on, give me something, give me something. Gets a breaking pitch. Got to appreciate, he's going to make some adjustments. He knows the style of pitching he's going to get. And if he wants to change it, he's got to change it by showing that he can swing and make good solid contact on breaking pitches and not keep taking them. Easier said than done. But if this is the trade he is plying, he better start making some adjustments.
Okay, 3 balls, 1 strike.
Of course, Frawley, as you've seen here, well off the plate. He's either way in or way out. And another outside pitch set up. It's the slider there for ball 4. So as what Brisbane tried to do last weekend, Spurs at Perth, not too overawed by pitching around the big man.
That's right, and that's where a team come to the fore, and certainly a lineup where, if that's the game they want to play, they've got to put some decent hitters behind him and make them pay. Make them have to re-evaluate their thinking and their strategy. So John Cannon assigned with that job, and he bangs one straight up the middle. Base hit. Great job by Cannon. Jacobs wheels his way around second and had a thought that 3 was on his mind, but well held. And he quickly snaffles his way back to second base. So Adelaide bite with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th here. Runners on first and second with the tank Adamson strolling to the plate. Nice bit of boogie music in the background there. Hope Tony from West Lakes is enjoying it. He's a bit of a mover in his time. And there's another pitch outside. So Frawley having to fight in the bottom of the 4th here. Having to go to that bag of tricks. Seeing whether they're good enough today. Adelaide had sort of got their game faces on today, and they're looking to turn something around as Adamson on a 2-0 count takes an outside slider, again pitched by Frawley, but again that's the style of the man, unable to get it over. It's a 2-1 count. Comes again. Little soft little change outside and gets that one over. So 2-2. Frawley from the set, delivers, gets one straight down the middle, line driven to Joey Wong, and it just left runner Cannon doing nothing, going nowhere. And they fire it to first and get rid of him. So a double play.
I think you'll find, Spurs, as we go to the break, that Cannon actually didn't think that ball had dropped. He's caught in no man's land there, but either way, he's out. So are the bite, and we'll go to the top of the 5th when we come back.
We'll see you in a second. Hey, tweet us at the 10th innings, the 10 digits 10 TH innings. TH being a very popular theme today. We'll have a short break. We'll see you in a moment.
Perth Heat is left fielder Brandon Tripp.
So welcome back, everyone, throughout this beautiful country of ours in the world. Hope you're enjoying things here. Just a beautiful afternoon as it speaks, and Brandon Tripp rips one that around the corner. Cake Bread takes it, nestles it in the body, and gathers it and throws it to first and retires Tripp.
As you said, Andrew, Adelaide have certainly come to play today, as that term goes. We hear that a lot in football circles, AFL and alike, but sometimes they see their manager do something and fires up the boys, and I think we witnessed last night, it just may be a bit of frustration, but they certainly saw their manager going to bat for them last night, and maybe they've decided to turn things around here this afternoon. As Matt Kennelly takes outside for ball one. Brueggemann working here in the top of the fifth with Adelaide leading 2-0. He lifts one on the right hand side, which will land in the Heat bullpen.
And no, you're not allowed on the field.
Perth, who started last weekend with a 1-3 series against the Blue Sox with a lot of their stars missing. Some of them coming back onto this roster as Kennelly grounds another one to Cake Bread. He's getting a workout there at second base, who flips it over to the big fella for another out. So Brueggemann certainly doing what Adelaide needing to do and throwing ground ball outs.
Yes, certainly the most pleasing thing with Kyle at the moment is no walks. In fact, yeah, Frawley throwing a couple, but none to Brueggemann. So you've got to earn your way on, and there's a shot down the first baseline that goes foul. So Brueggemann to Kennelly, Sam, and there's a shot straight up the middle, shortstop side, gathered by Creswell and got back in to Sclafani. So a base hit to Sam Kennelly.
Brings to the plate, right fielder Alex Stewart.
So with the Adelaide bite searching for a very elusive victory, Perth Heat, although not this year, but generally make a habit of it, no doubt will be just nice and balanced. And there's a long ball straight away centre field. Jeremy Creswell rounds it up, makes the out. So the Perth Heat go down in the top of the fifth here without adding, so they remain nil. Adelaide bite 2. We'll be back here real soon. See you in a moment. So welcome back everyone here to beautiful Cooper Stadium here on the parade in Norwood, Adelaide, South Australia. Adelaide voted the 10th most livable city in the world. What a place it is. What a place it is.
Where'd you get that stat from, Andrew?
It's not... Don't look at me like that. That is a dead set fact. A worldwide survey of cities all around the world, and Adelaide slots in at number 10. And good to see that our tweets are running, and there is a nice shot to left field, beautifully taken by Tripp there on a sinking line drive from Brock Hibberet, but excellently taken by Brandon Tripp out there at left field. Not only a quality hitter, but a good outfielder to go with it.
That'll bring Josh Cakebread to the plate, who he's had at least 5 or 6 plays at second base as he lifts that one down the third base line and just out of the reach of Tucker Nathans near the Adelaide bullpen as the Adelaide bullpen starts to stir.
And a couple of tweets here. Jack Martin, hi gents, enjoying the broadcast. All the while counting down the days until the Melbourne Aces finally play at home, he says. Finally. They are desperate to get the feathers out there in uniform at home. Give him a massive g'day. And Roberto Angotti, enjoying your broadcast all the way from Orange County, California. Keep up the good work and check out mblforlife.com. Really nice of you, Roberto. Also, what a beautiful part of the world in California.
Tenth most livable city in the world, eh?
Oh, that's correct. Well, why wouldn't it be? Accessible, beautiful beaches, fantastic wineries, beautiful food.
We're blessed here. I think we refer it to little old Adelaide because it's not like the other major cities that we have here in Australia. No freeways in and out of town, and quite accessible and very easy to live in.
So Joe Sclafani, shortstop, takes one inside.
Of course, Cooper Stadium, Nord Oval. For those who don't know, those listening interstate or overseas, is home of one of the local Aussie rules football clubs here in South Australia, Norwood.
As that ball is lifted into left field and easily taken by Brandon Tripp, and that retires the bite. We complete 5. The Adelaide Bite leading the way here at the moment, 2-0. See you back here very soon.
recognition and promotion during the evening. So contact the bike front office as soon as you arrange your visit to the start. Now batting, designated hitter Jake Bowie.
So welcome back, everyone. Big dig here for the bite. Got 8 and 9, and they've had a little bit the better of Joey Wong, Kyle Brueggemann tonight. So 8, 9 and lead off. Hibbert tries to round that one up in foul territory, but it dies out of play. So if Brueggemann can get through this dig, set it up for the closer. But as yet, not a whole heap of activity in the either pen. And there's a line drive left field, and Baldwin read it well. Came in on a difficult little hard hit ball right down at his shins, but he just cruised in and let it be golloped up by that big outfield mitt. So 1 out.
That'll be the first baseman, Pittarona, trying to get something going for the Heat here in game 1 of this doubleheader. Makes a big swing and a miss, and spells it looked like a guy who was going up there swinging no matter what at the first pitch.
Yeah, well, Pitter, a New Zealander with a little bit of softball background. And he takes strike 2. I think we tend to underestimate this competition a little bit. Some mighty fine baseballers playing around this country in the ABL. As that pitch is up and out. On an 0-2 count. Staying well away from the danger zone. We'll see what Kyle's got up his sleeve here. Nice little breaking pitch outside as he winds and delivers and gets the pitch outside. It was a fastball, 140k. So still right up there in the high 80s. And a really wonderful effort thus far by Brueggemann, and the bite getting right behind him, giving him a couple of runs just to breathe a bit easier. And he gets one inside the hitter's hole. He swings straight through it, strikes him out.
Third strike, foul, fourth side, catcher. Takes us back to the top of the lineup. Shortstop, Joey Wong.
Of course, that'll bring Joey Wong up to the plate with 2 out.
Joey's been the spark plug, so as much as I tried to put the Jonah on him, he's been equal to most tasks this weekend as he flies that one out to Wood Street. Strike 1. So we're 2 out here in the top of the 6th. Adelaide Bite leading this game 2-0. Brueggemann delivers. Pitch outside. 1-1. And again, comes again straight down the middle, just maybe a little in, and Wong fouls it to the backstop. Nice timing. Location just getting the better of him.
And I guess, Andrew, if he can get through this batter and get through this innings unscathed, you and I have been numerous times, you've got a guy who's going well as he can and not missing at the moment. You come to the 7th innings, and do you make that decision where it's a no-brainer? You go to your closing pitcher, or do you say, well, You leave him out there.
But, I was thinking about that today, and as much as Matt Shaw, he's a closer, but he's a high-quality pitcher, and the way the Bite are travelling at the moment, I think my thoughts were that they might have to reassess and just get him out there, and that's ripped around the corner. Jacobs gathers, and then a little PFP with Brueggemann. They retire Wong. They retire the Heat in the top of the 6th. So the Bite, 2-0 up. We'll be back when they bat in the bottom of the 6th. We'll see you in a moment.
So we welcome you back to Nord with the Bite at the bottom of the 6th. Jeremy Creswell leading off. He lifts one in the centre right field or deep right field, and going back there and taking the catch out there is Alex Stewart.
I do apologise here, folks. I do all of the score sheeting and the following, and I made a little faux pas as to where Alex was fielding, so poor old Mark was trying to hunt that one down, and I didn't help him a great deal. But we got there. As Baldwin tries to bunt his way on, but decides to leave it, and it was straight down the pipe for strike one.
And as we see, Andrew, decision's been made, and Charlie Giuliano going to the guy who they got over here to close games, Matt Williams. He's getting ready out there in the bullpen for Adelaide.
Yeah, we'd want to hurry up. He ain't doing a whole heap at the minute.
Come on, mate. Pitchers are on their own programs. They know how long it takes for them to get ready, and I guess he'll be ready by the time they head out there, we hope.
Oh, yeah. Well, Matt is a highly experienced baseballer and well and truly knows what's going on, what he needs to be ready to roll. But as yet, he has not thrown a pitch with any anger in the bullpen. And there's 2 out as Baldwin strikes out.
That'll bring Ben Lodge to the plate, the right fielder.
Lodgy supporting the mullet. Gets a breaking pitch, a little up, ball 1. As Williams just timing his run to perfection. As Lodge swings through that. 1-1. And again, a lovely change up that he swings straight through. 116 k's an hour, so no more than just touching 70. maybe 72 or 73. And he comes again. Gets a pitch just a little low and a little out. Ball 2, so a 2-2 count. 2 out here, top 6. Adelaide Bite leading it 2-0. And a breaking pitch, too good for Ben Lodge. And Frawley continues a pretty good night out. He hasn't done too much wrong. And we'll be back here in a moment with the Adelaide Bite 3 outs away from getting their first win of this series. We'll see you back here in a second.
We welcome you back to Norwood Oval. Top of the 7th, Adelaide leading Perth 2-0. Adelaide looking for their second win of the year. And Kyle Brueggemann sent back out by Charlie Orliano. Matt Williams is ready down the pen for Adelaide, so just seeing how things goes here, Spurls, the first couple of hitters.
Yes, I think we both saw that Matt perhaps wasn't really quite ready, so it was only just in case, because Kyle, what a wonderful day it would be for him to complete 7, shut this Perth Heat team out, which doesn't happen very often. And there's a shot, a little line drive, went straight to Cakered, or not straight to him, a little to his glove side, and he drops to the knee and takes that catch. He's going to have to do it the hard way. He's got the engine room to work with here. Nathan's tripped Kennelly. He needs them. So he's got a big job, but he's done an absolutely superb job, topping up to about 90 and throwing some nice breaking stuff here and there too to put in a wonderful performance. And he comes again, and that ball's lifted left field. Baldwin camped underneath it. Looks like he's got it well and truly under control. Does a little bit of a, the big leaguer stuff and lets it drop, and not too dissimilar to the old Denny Almonte of a couple of years ago here for the Adelaide Bite. Very casual conveyance in the outfield.
Casual's not the word. So here we go. Brueggemann 1 out away from a shutout.
Obviously, after just lapping up the Major League Baseball playoff experience, their houses would be going bunter right at the moment in this sort of situation. But it's all pretty casual city here, as if it's just an expectation and another day at the office. But I would be hoping that the Bite would be really lapping this one up. And Brueggemann, beautiful pitch there. Strike 1, even it up at 1-1, 2 out. Top 7, the Bite, 1 out away. It's Brueggemann from the wind-up, delivers Another rip around the corner. Cakebread gathers, flips, and they grab it. The Adelaide Bite win game 3 here in their first game of this series on a beautiful game by Kyle Bruggeman. We tip our hats to him. He gets a shutout, and they are not common. So terrific stuff here from the Adelaide Bite. We will be back here at 7 o'clock for game 4, and I have got a special man alongside of me. Don't miss it. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.